Happy Monday, sweet sister. I am so glad to have you listening to the show today. I really truly feel like this one is going to go straight to your heart. And we're talking about survival mode. Are you in survival mode? Are you living every single day on autopilot, just like you're surviving? You're just making it through the day. You're just here. The struggle bus is so very real. If this is you and you're tired of being tired, you're tired of living in survival mode, then I've got a gift for you today, friend. I'm going to talk about survival mode, and I'm going to challenge you to break free from it right now, today. Join me in listening to today's show. You might want to grab a notebook and pen for this one because we're going to dig a little deep. All right, sis, here we go.
Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you. Because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess, trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it. So you can start living your best life as your best self. Hey girl, I'm gonna start today's show with just taking a brief moment. It's Patriot Day here in the US of A, and I wanted us to spend a second just remembering those that we lost in the horrific, devastating terror attack that took nearly 3,000 lives. Sister, today we're gonna reflect on the pause and remember those that we've lost. And I thought that sharing with you an episode about survival mode when we can look back and remember those who were lost, it gives us this attitude of gratitude. It gives us a place of purpose in our heart. You still have breath in your lungs. And a lot of people lost a lot of people that never got another wake up, that never got another I love you, that never got another moment. And I want to reflect on that today and remember those that we lost. But I also want to tie this in to how we sit in survival mode with our eating disorder. Accelerated resolution therapy says that survival mode is chronic, it's overactive, it's constant, it's stress that is designed to hit you hard and keep hitting you. Stress isn't supposed to be permanent. It's supposed to be temporary. It's not supposed to be constant. But when you're sitting in survival mode, you have constant, heightened fear. The struggle bus is so very real. And if you're just trying to make it through the day and you've been living with maybe some post-traumatic stress and you've been simply trying to survive, then I want you to take a moment just to remember all of those people that wish they would have had another day and all of those people that they left behind that never got another day with those that they love. And so today, I just want to encourage you. You have today. It's a gift. And today can be your very last day that you stop tolerating survival mode. And I'm going to talk a little bit about exactly how you can get yourself out of it. Simply put, when you are in fight, flight, or freeze, you're in survival mode. It is our brain's way to protect from danger. But the problem is that when every day there is stress and we turn to our unhealthy coping mechanisms, i.e. our eating disorder behaviors like restriction, we are continuously creating those pathways in our mind, and restriction becomes normal. It becomes a way of life. We get stuck. The problem is that people wait for a feeling of motivation to create change. And what I want to encourage you today is that you don't need to feel motivated. You don't need to wake up tomorrow and just go, you know what? Like, I'm so motivated. I'm never gonna starve myself again. You have to expect more from you. You have to realize what a precious gift you are. And you have to get angry. You have to get angry. When you're in fight, flight, or freeze constantly, your body is in this state of hyperarousal. You're either fighting against it, you're flighting and not moving, and freezing. Sister, we weren't created to have a life like this. I want to talk a little bit about 3 things that I feel are the major symptoms of survival mode. If you lack focus, actually, if you live in a state of lack, you lack focus. You're obsessive with food, but you can't function in other areas. You lack nutrients because you're restricting your body from the very thing it needs to survive. You feel like you are constantly losing your mind. You lack the ability to do daily functions because you're overwhelmed and you lack energy and you lack concentration. The second one is having a reactive mind. Maybe you've been more upset about things than normal in your life, and your eating disorder brings out that place, that anger, but it's directed in the wrong way. It's like everyone else is getting in your way of you trying to control your life and your eating disorder coping. You lack that self-regulation. It's hard to take care of your very personal needs because you are highly impulsive, highly agitated. You push people away, the very people that love you the most. And you're tired of it, but you just feel like it's this constant state of survival. And then lastly, the third thing is that everything feels so hard. You simply feel overworked, hard, and to put it quite frankly, the simple tasks seem exhausting. You want to do life alone because you feel like that just seems easier because you can hide those secrets. The voice inside of your mind that's telling you to do certain things, when you're around other people, it's harder to do, and therefore you just want to be by yourself. But in fact, this makes it even harder because your loneliness just creates more loneliness and it just elevates the eating disorder brain. How do you expect this to get out of survival mode when you're trapped in starvation mode? How do you expect to get from literally simply surviving to thriving in your life if you're waiting for this golden ticket, this feeling of motivation to just come up inside of you to get you out of this place? The truth is that survival brain, it isn't wrong. You should feel tired when your brain is overworking and it's really just trying to keep you alive. You should feel tired if you're not eating properly. You should feel tired if you're not sleeping and your mind is constantly racing and obsessing about thoughts around food. But stress isn't designed to be permanent. It's supposed to be temporary so that our body can balance itself out and create healthy coping mechanisms in our life. If any of this resonates with you, you've probably been in a constant state of survival mode. But the better news is that there's a way out. And I want you to ask yourself, if you're ready to break free from literally sitting in a constant state of survival, then this is the question. What am I tolerating? You see, there is no way to eliminate chronic survival until you can accept what it is that you've been tolerating. I want you to dig into this one. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. You can pause me right now. You can come back to me later, or you can do this afterwards and when you have some time by yourself. But I want you to take 5 to 10 minutes and completely get quiet. I want you to be able to sit in a place where you can close your eyes, where you can hear yourself breathe, when you can think of nothing so much that you're thinking of what you're thinking about, that you can hear your brain thinking. I know this is gonna sound awkward. Maybe it's a time for you to pray and it's a time to listen to music, but I want you to just be. We spend too much of our lives being inundated with all of the information, all of what the world says, all of what everyone else thinks, that it's a wonder we're not in a constant state of survival mode. Add in your eating disorder where you're in starvation mode, and it's a downright recipe of disaster. And I just want you to know today that in order to break free from it, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. And in order to get out of your comfort zone, you have to ask yourself, what am I tolerating? What am I tolerating? The problem with eating disorders is that we don't hop right in to eating 500 calories a day and hating our life and being exhausted and miserable and doing nothing about it but wanting freedom. We don't hop right into that. But gradually, day after day, we do some sort of negative coping that brings us to that state. And that creates our new normal. And the problem with that is that, yes, it's hard to get out of, but we're tolerating it. If you want a better life, you have to have a better choice. You have to do something differently. And today can be your day to stop tolerating it. Stop tolerating it. You must get real and get angry. You must stop allowing yourself to settle for a mediocre life, just trying to get by, just trying to make it, just trying to literally survive. That's not the way. That's not the way, sis. It's not living. Time is going to keep going, even if you don't. And it's time to stop waiting. It's time to stop sitting in survival. I mean, we literally lost over 3,000 Americans on this very day, not too long ago. And I want you to ask yourself, what am I tolerating? What am I tolerating? You know, according to the National Library of Medicine, the top regret of those dying is that they wish they had the courage to live life true to themselves. They wish they had the courage to live life true to themselves. Sister, are you living your life true to you? Or is your eating disorder controlling you? In addition to the question, what am I tolerating? I want you to ask yourself, what am I holding on to? God can't give us a new clean heart. God can't give us a new way. God can't give us a new version of ourselves if we're not willing to let something go. Remember that today is non-refundable. You don't get to do it again, and therefore eating isn't optional. It's your medicine, and you can choose to live today just like yesterday. You can choose to get by. You can choose to stay on the struggle bus. But one day you're going to wake up and you're going to wish that you had escaped it and you hadn't wasted so much time living in this place. I want you to wake up. I want you to realize that September the 11th of 2023 can be your very best day. It can be the day that you stop tolerating living in this mediocre life. It can be the day that you realize that tomorrow truly is not promised. It can be the day that you choose to live. Stop hanging on by a thread. You can choose to live just like yesterday, or you can choose to do today differently. And all these excuses that our brain wants to tell us, like we're just not good enough, or it's just not for us, or it's impossible for me. I've tried this before and it just hasn't worked out. That is a lie. That's a lie. You're tolerating the lie. You're tolerating here because you're fearful of there. And sweet friend, it's okay to be fearful. It's okay. But nothing good is going to come of staying here. You can't get out of survival mode by throwing your hands up and sitting in it. In order to get out of this place, ask yourself, what am I tolerating? Like, how is it so cool just sitting around here waiting for something to happen in my life? No one is going to save you but you. You're waiting for a feeling of motivation. If you're waiting for someone to pull you up from the pit, sister, today's message is for you. You might not have tomorrow, but you have today. And why are you living one more day with breath of air in your lungs stuck? What are you holding on to? The control is going to eat you alive. But the freedom comes when you can surrender the control of what you want and what you think you believe is truth. And when you can surrender the fear that you're going to hate your body and your life if you gain weight, and when you can let it go and you can remember that not every day is promised, but tomorrow can be better than today, and there's going to be sucky days. But you don't have to stay here. You don't have to feel like everything is hard and life is happening to you. Sister, this is all happening for you. I want you to ask yourself, what am I tolerating? And what am I holding on to? And then I want you to get somewhere quiet. I want you to reach up your arms and I want you to let it go. I believe in you. This exercise is so powerful. I want to hear what you let go of. Come on over to our private Facebook community. You can find us right now at Hope and Healing for Eating Disorder Recovery. I've got some amazing announcements that I'm going to be sharing with you all soon over there, so you'll want to jump on in. And sister, if you need help because you feel like I just can't do this anymore by myself, the truth is that you weren't meant to recover by yourself. You need a community and you need support. It's okay. Maybe that's your first step today to say, like, no more survival. I'm not going to sit in the struggle bus. There is so much left for me to do here. If that is how you're feeling and you want accountability, come on over to lindsaynickel.com. You can fill out a client application. Sister, I work with clients one-on-one every single week, and I personalize that experience to your need. We work together so that you can find freedom from this debilitating disease. We partner together to hold you accountable to your own self, to get out of this fight, flight, or freeze, to get out of survival and chronic stress. You don't have to do it. You can make a different choice, and today can be your day. I want you to remember those we've lost, and remember that you're not lost. You don't have to surrender to your eating disorder anymore. You can surrender it. You can give it up. You can stop allowing it to hold you back from living your very best life. And we can work together to create your very best self. I believe in you. And today I want you to remember that you're worthy. You were bought with a price. You are so very deserving. And if you're in survival mode, get yourself out. All right, girl. I hope today's message has inspired you. Share it with a friend. I can't wait to hear from you, and I will talk with you soon. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.